Federal Republic of Nigeria, I'm going to become a president. And you, as a Bariki and this Amanja in white, you are going to be first lady. How do you see that one? Is it not good enough for you? Everything will change you. You get a orderly, you get a press secretary, you get everybody,
me?
You get a fleet of cars as a escorter. Yes, as a first lady.
First lady.
Get office for you.
Me?
Yes.
First lady. There's going to be a change of name in this household. But I will call you Dali. Because for me, the first lady is going to be change of states.
Yes.
Just what? And if I become the first lady.
Yes.
You see?
Yes. Correct. First lady. Correct. Yes, I like that one. Yeah.
But wait.
Look, physically make I finish my own. Physically, mentally, you are balanced.
That reminds me, you haven't paid the students' school fees I told you to.
Which school fees? Which school fees are you talking about? You women, why your mentality is going for a long way sometimes? I'm talking become president and you are talking of school children.
Hey, what sort of rubbish is that?
Now
because you want to be the president, so my children will not go to school.
Now they talk rubbish. Now you born your pikin, not me born, now you born them. So now Mr. President I will become. If you are talking rubbish, now you they talk rubbish. Me and they talk rubbish. Rubbish woman.
Who is Samanja? A retired and tired military man trying to become a threat to me and Haji Megamo? Impossible. What does he know about politics in the first place? What does he know about politics? That he will now say he's coming to become threat to me and Haji Megamo in this town. It is not possible. Samanja, you better not dare the lion in his den. Who is that?
Alhaji Murichi.
Come inside. My people, come inside. Please sit down. Can you imagine? Can you just imagine who is Samanja? Who is Samanja? A retired and tired military man trying to become threat to me.
Alhaji Megamo, calm down. Just calm down.
Who is Samanja?
I wonder.
Who is Samanja? Samanja is nobody to us.
What?
He is somebody. Alhaji Megamo.
What?
From report reaching us from our men in the field, Samanja has the majority
support, you mean?
Majority support of people.
Ingrate, ungrateful bunch, all of them, despite all I have done to these people.
Calm down, please. Calm down and listen to him.
Alhaji Megamo, relax.
Okay.
You have the resources. You have the power. Samanja have the majority people. Why can't we match an alliance? Samanja will be the chairman of the party, while you be the vice chairman of the party.
Me?
Yes.
But you people know that it is the chairman I need. It's the chairman I deserve.
Yes.
You know it now.
Alhaji Megamo, we've done our work. And we've made a plan that will tie down Samanja.
To crush it down. Now you are talking.
From his medical report, we made to understand there's a bullet wound in him.
Bullet wound?
And the doctor assures us he will not last up to 3 months. You can now imagine your position in the party.
This is the case of Konima die, Konima burial.
I don't know where you people are going. So if I met with him as his vice chairman, after 3 months, the man would and Alhaji Megamo will go. That is why you are my people.
Yes, of course.
That is why you are my people. Yes. In that case, I will go and see him right away. I will even download some.
Yes, I greet you all, good people of Nigeria. Nigeria is our country, and we have to do everything in our capacity to bring Nigeria to a high level of greatness. We have no other place to go Nigeria is our future. And our future is the future of our children. And the future of our children is the future of our children's children. Our common goal is to eradicate poverty and corruption in Nigeria. And that is why I am here to present to you the only one man who can eradicate poverty and assassinate corruption. Yes. In the political history of Nigeria, no one, I repeat, no one has the qualification this man I'm about to present to you has. RUSM. The great philanthropist of our time, the man of the people, the only one man who can chase the lion. I present to you all Alhaji RUSM Sir.
Thank you very much. I'm very grateful. This is a man who is retired. I'm not retired. And I retire from the service. I know the problem is facing Nigeria today. And that's why I wanted to fight corruption. You can never fight corruption if the leader is corrupt. I want to fight hunger. You can never fight hunger if there's no food for somebody to eat. I want to fight poverty. You can't fight poverty if people don't get anything to do. And I want to build a hospital. I can never build a hospital without medicines. Have your seat. Have your seat.
Hi.
Have your seat. Thank you very much.
It's good to see you again,
Thank you.
Yeah, you know, in this political dispensation.
I don't be a medical doctor.
No, okay.
Yes.
I'm talking about this political time.
Yeah,
it's political time.
I'm hearing you.
Yes. And our people need us to help them.
Okay.
Actually, what I'm talking about is that there will be need for your party and my party to have a merger.
Good.
Yes, to have to merge together. You know, since you are contesting the chairmanship, and I know you have all the popularity.
Yes.
So that means I should be the vice chairman.
That is no skin pain. No skin pain. You're all right. Yes.
I know you.
It's correct. It's correct. It's correct.
Yes. This is the latest handset in town.
Huh?
Yes, from my last travel.
Are you buying it from Ingila?
Of course.
Oh, very good.
This is for you and Bariki.
Very good. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
And
thank you very much.
No problem. And this one.
Yes.
It is a token fee.
Money?
Of course. Take it easy, Sabanja. This is just 10 million naira.
10 million naira.
To help for
with my gratuity, with my entitlement, and the benefit, and the allowances. I will never get this money in my life. 10 million naira. God has blessed you. God has blessed you.
This is just this is the beginning. We need to work. We need to help our people.
Correct.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Yes. I'm very glad and very happy that God is bringing me here. And I thank God that we have gone far, very far, with the kind of support I'm giving. God bless all of you. Now, this my party. I want to work with the people of highly integrity. I will never deal with any people with lowest integrity. As such, I will appoint some people who will assist me in running this party. I will first start with Robta, who is my vice chairman. Followed by Comrade, who is my secretary.
Thank you.
Now, anything you want to do, somebody could keep money on the get. That's why I'm appointing Katakore to be my treasurer. Thank you very, very much. Not last and long, but at least I must tell you that I was disappointed from beginning. Because those people I were confident with, they tried to spoil my plan by bribing me some anti-scandalous, anti-corrupulous, and unintegrity people by giving me a toy. Did they take a telephone? And the other thing, I'm not going to mention that one. It's a bribe. So I'm disappointed. But I will give you a highest position in this party, which is in time of Alhaji Megamo. He is being appointed chief messenger of the party.
I said no, wait. Hey, my people, look at me, Alhaji Megamo in this town. To be chief messenger, is that possible?
No. Hey. Hold it. This is what we are trying to discourage.
Yes.
Politics of thuggery. Politics of confrontation. I don't like the way you're addressing my chairman, my honorable chairman.
Will you shut up? Wait, shut up, let me talk. See, wait. When Alhaji was speaking now, he said that he's been bribed with a toy and he's not going to mention the other one. Why didn't you mention?
Yes, why?
Because
yadda za a samu cikakken ci
ìwàásù ẹni ọ̀wọ̀ Nicholas ogun ó ní ó yẹ kí àwọn ènìyàn súnmọ́ Ọlọ́run kí á sì máa.
You are watching NTA, Nigerian Television Authority. For more information and news updates, visit our website at www.nta.ng, or you can follow us on Twitter at NTA News Now, or you can like us on Facebook at NTA Network News. Stay connected on our YouTube channel at www.youtube.com/NTA News Online. Watch our live stream at www.nta.ng/live. NTA, you can't beat the rich.
Toast to them, sir.
My assistant.
When I cook this, I prefer eating out of this one.
You know, food is very essential for our well-being. These and more on Guest Chef, showing on the network service of the NTA. Join us.
Nigeria, our most prized heritage, has become a better country courtesy of the transformation agenda of President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. With massive investment in power supply infrastructure, affordable and effective healthcare delivery, a refocused education system, and good motorable roads. The railway system has been restored and modernized, and more airports have been remodeled and rehabilitated than at any other time in Nigeria's history. Our farmers are happier, and cash crops exports are growing. No wonder, today we are Africa's biggest economy.
Mr. President, keep up the good work. This message is brought to you by Community Awareness and Development Network, Kawan.
Just as music and man remain inseparable, same goes for you and my music and I. Join us every Tuesday at 10 a.m. and a repeat broadcast on Saturday at 12:30 p.m. My music and I, refreshing and exciting. Don't miss it.
For some fly-by nights.
Watch Newman Street at these times on NTA Entertainment.
Zaman lafiya da ci gaba.
Udon ọganihu.
Burman zihimu. Zinzi lafiya kalakama.
Ẹ̀bọ́ lánà jẹ gọ̀bú. Àlàáfíà pẹ̀lú ìlọsíwájú. Emem yẹnka iso.
No matter the language, the verdict is the same. There can be no progress without peace. No development. No growth. No future. Let's stop the violence and give peace a chance.
We need peace, let love increase. We need to know that we all must unite to build our land.
A very good evening and a warm welcome. It's Wednesday and this is News Extra. Some parts of Nigeria, including the Federal Capital Territory, are experiencing severe harmattan characterized by cold, dry winds and above all hazy condition. Reports of flight cancellations abound. Certainly that is beyond our control. While that goes on, another aspect of the environment, which is man-made, waste management, was on the mind of the Federal Executive Council. I can tell you now that the Council has awarded contract for the construction of a sewage line connecting Guzape district in the Federal Capital Territory. We shall bring you the details. Now, who is an elder statesman? Is it age, occupation of public office, or even social prestige that confers that title on a citizen? We hear the answer from no less a person than the #1 citizen of Nigeria who counsels on that. Again, as political parties get set for the 2015 general elections, the distribution of the permanent voters card is at the heart of the preparations. We keep you up to date with the conduct of the exercise, as powers that be drum it into INEC's ears that no Nigerian should be disenfranchised. We also bring you an update on the striking health workers of Johesu and the outcome of the meeting between the federal government and striking judiciary staff. I am Aisha Bello Mustafa. Thank you for joining us. The Federal Executive Council has approved contract for the provision of sewage facilities to connect the new Guzabe district phase 1 and 2 as part of expansion program for the Federal Capital Territory. Abdullahi Garba Bernukudu reports.
Guzape district has been identified as more than 10,000 hectares of land to be maximally utilized in the expansion and development program of the present administration to make Abuja a modern city that goes with his master plan. The memo, as presented before the Executive Council meeting, presided over by President Goodluck Jonathan, is to provide the needed sewage and other infrastructure.
To connect Guzape District Lots 1 and 2 to the trunk mains, Stage 1, connection of Guzape Lot 1 in the Federal Capital City, Abuja, in favor of Mrs. Golden Construction Nigeria Limited, in the sum of 1,234,583,457 naira 37 kobo only. In addition, the council noted specifically that the project will provide employment opportunities for about 50 indigenous professionals, artisans, skilled and unskilled labor.
Shedding more light on the contracts, the FCT Minister Senator Bala Muhammad says 300 million naira of the contract sum will come from the internally generated revenue of the FCT. He says the project reflects the commitment of the present administration to engaging indigenous contractors and following due process in awarding contracts, as well as ensuring compliance to the original FCT master plan in project execution.
So we had started the implementation of the district development of Gusape with a mini sewage treatment plant, and now we are discontinuing and making sure we give contract to build sewer lines that will connect all the west from Lot 1 and 2 of Gusape district to the main sewer lines through Garki district. Came on board in 2010. That place is just an infrastructure, primary infrastructure being provided without a single building being provided. And we decided we should do this thing simultaneously, providing the primary infrastructure as well as allowing the public who have paid their premium to start building. If you go to Gusape, it is being occupied by those who own houses there.
The project has 16 months completion period. In Abuja, Abdullahi Garba Kudu, NTA News.
In another development, it was an appeal that the president made to elders to be at the forefront of promoting national unity and peaceful coexistence in the nation. This was while hosting the Northern Elders Council led by Alhaji Tankoya Kasai. Here again is Abdullahi with the details.
Welcoming the Northern Elders whose membership cut across all the 19 northern states and the FCT, President Jonathan commended the Elders Council for keeping its faith in Nigeria and its nationalistic outlook. The president used the occasion to stress the need for those who are regarded as senior citizens to hold their status with high esteem and serve as unifying factors.
And your commitment to ensure that we live in peace, we live in harmony, that is what citizens, and especially our senior citizens, should do, just like you are doing. Some people who call themselves statesmen are not statesmen, they are just ordinary politicians. For you to be a statesman, it's not because you have occupied a big office before, but it has to be, what are you bringing to bear? Are you building this country? Or you are a part of people who tell lies to destroy this country, to create enmity and make people who ordinarily would have been living together to begin to fight themselves? Are you planning to set the country ablaze because you don't get a particular thing you want? The appropriate time, Nigerians will know all of us, even though I know most of you know us. But the younger ones don't know. But the appropriate time, even the children of 15 will be told who we are. Some people are hiding under some cloaks and under some big names, and creating a lot of problems in this country, making provocative statements in this country, statements that will set the country ablaze. And you tell me you are a senior citizen. You are not a senior citizen.
Vice President Muhammad Namadi Sambo also lauded the positive contributions of the Elders Council for being true advocates of national unity.
This distinguished assembly of prominent, influential northern leaders and statesmen of the Northern Elders Council are well respected in their respective domains, as they represent the hope, aspirations, and unity of the entire people of Northern Nigeria, which will forever remain a strong, equal partner and advocate for
chairman of the Northern Elders Council, Alhaji Tanko Yakase, says they are on a solidarity visit in appreciation of the present administration's transformation drive. He expressed the council's dismay over utterances of some elders and politicians which could be inimical to the progress of Nigeria.
Politics of insult, blackmail, castigation of individuals should not take this country anywhere. We therefore believe in peaceful coexistence among Nigerians.
In Abuja, Abdullahi Garba Bruno Kudu, NTA News.
The Independent National Electoral Commission has been directed to ensure that all eligible voters get the permanent voters card before February. President Goodluck Jonathan gave the directive while swearing in a new federal commissioner for INEC representing Oyo State. State House correspondent Shegun Lawole has that report.
Professor Akiola Salau, a one-time Vice-Chancellor of the Ladoke Akitola University of Technology, Ogbomosho, who should have taken his oath of office as INEC Commissioner before now, is coming at a critical period as the country prepares in earnest for general elections. President Jonathan will enjoin him to bring to bear his impeccable character in the new assignment, expressed worries over the delay in the issuance of the permanent voters card to eligible Nigerians, although believed it is an indication that Nigerians are now sensitized on the power of their franchise.
The awareness that has come on board that Nigerians want voters card. Before 2011, no Nigerians complain about cards. Before 2011, and that's why when some politicians talk, I laugh. Before 2011, how many Nigerians complain that they have not gotten cards? Because elections were not conducted with voters cards. Nobody cared. We were all adults in Nigeria who knew what was happening. Some people came on board and sanitized the electoral process, but others want to take the glory. We have to commend ourselves. So people should commend us. And I'm pleased that people are talking about voters' cards. So, Chairman of INEC, luckily you are here. And INEC must do everything possible to make sure that all Nigerians have their voters' cards. Because we cannot accept a situation where some Nigerians will not vote that day.
Just before the Federal Executive Council meeting, President Jonathan also received the report of the 24th Hajj Committee. The operation the Sultan of Sokoto, His Eminent Sahad Abubakar says, was successful, but did not fail to draw the attention of the federal government to self-sustenance of Hajj operations in Nigeria.
We've encountered some challenges which were duly enumerated in the report we are going to submit to you. But a few of such problems could be taken to be the clamor for the self-sustenance of Hajj operations in Nigeria, which would make federal government to spend virtually less or nothing in our quest to have an independent Hajj operations in Nigeria.
President Jonathan acknowledged the secularity of the country, urging religious organizations and the leadership to continue to pray for Nigeria's peace and sustenance.
So we continue to pray for the peace of the country, especially as we face general elections this year. Anytime you open the papers as if the country wants to burn, Nigeria will surely be safe. Nigeria will surely be united, and we should prosecute the elections to the end. And this country will surely be a peaceful country, a united country, and we will all collectively work hard to transform our economy. But you pray for the peaceful conduct of the general elections.
In the State House, Shegun Lawole, NTA News.
In the meantime, the president has arrived Lagos ahead of the flag-off of the PDP presidential campaign in Lagos. The president was accompanied by the national chairman of the party, Alhaji Ahmed Adamu Muazu, and the Minister of State Foreign Affairs and Supervising Minister of Information, Dr. Nuruddin Muhammad. The PDP presidential campaign will be flagged off tomorrow, Thursday, the 8th of January. In another development, the People's Democratic Party has said with its array of popular candidates, a verifiable record of performance as well as the support of a majority of the voting population, it will win overwhelmingly in the February general elections. A statement signed by the PDP National Publicity Secretary, Olisa Metu, says the party stands out as the only party that commands a genuine followership among Nigerians, irrespective of religious and ethnic affiliations. This, the party noted, will drive the voting pattern and reflect accordingly in the results of the presidential, governorship, national and state assembly elections across the federation. The PDP stated that the 2015 elections is beyond propaganda and empty popularity claims in the social media. The party noted that President Goodluck Jonathan has proven to be a meticulous leader whose policies and actions are a product of deep reflection and consultations. In another development, the PDP Presidential Campaign Organization says it will not indulge in cheap propaganda and defamation of character during its campaigns. The Director of Media and Publicity of the campaign organization, Femi Fani-Kayode, said this while briefing journalists in Abuja. Ignatius Unko was there and now reports.
15 hours after the inauguration of the campaign organization by President Goodluck Jonathan, the Media and Publicity Committee of the campaign organization reeled out its first mode of operation, their intention to run a decent and disciplined campaign.
And we shall make a strong case and appeal to the Nigerian people to grant him the privilege and opportunity to serve a second term. We believe that we have reached a crossroads in our nation's history and that the forthcoming presidential election is a battle for the very soul and destiny of Nigeria.
The Media and Publicity Committee observed that President Jonathan has achieved much for Nigerians and therefore marketing him should be based on facts and figures.
To the whole issue of the unrest in the Northeast that many people care to understand or accept. What I will say, however, today is that this government and this president has worked exceedingly hard to minimize the carnage, the killing and the cruelty of Boko Haram and those that are behind Boko Haram.
The director assured Nigerians that they will not go into media propaganda with the opposition parties. Membership of this presidential campaign organization cuts across all the states of the federation, an indication that it shows that the presidential campaign organization is out to make sure that the achievements of President Goodluck Jonathan is taken to all parts of the country. In Abuja, Ignatius Nkwo, NTA News.
Still staying with politics, it is a season of rendering accounts as politicians raise funds for their campaigns. In this vein, the Buhari Support Organization has met in Abuja to account for the fund it raised so far through efforts in the sales of Buhari Support Organization cards. Adebola Brooksland Sunday reports that the meeting is to harmonize all the groups.
64 million naira has been raised so far from the card sales and direct donation from other individuals, as explained by the Chief of Staff to General Muhammadu Buhari, Colonel Hamid Ali, retired.
The Buhari Support Organization has over 85 groups in what the leader of the group says they are here to review and harmonize.
We started with few groups and they keep building up. They are the foot soldiers we have. No organization has this number of people anywhere.
And we know this election will be won and lost at the grassroots level. So we are here to prepare them, to let them understand the challenges and to tell them what to do.
We are mobilizing people to go back to their various wards and local governments to mobilize support for Buhari.
This time around, it will take it. Firstly, I've been around this country. There is nobody that you talk to about GMP, General Muhammadu Buhari, that will tell you that he doesn't want to listen.
It has got to be his integrity, it has got to be his sterling qualities, which make us believe that he is the right man for the job.
The fund raised so far, Colonel Hamid Ali said, is to support General Muhammadu Buhari's presidential race and also urged other supporters to donate to the cause. In Abuja, Adebola Brooksland Sunday, NTA News.
The Directorate of State Security is investigating actionable information linking a political party for alleged breach of the Electoral Act. Deputy Director Public Relations Marilyn Oga said this while briefing journalists on a security operation conducted in a building located on Bola Ajibola Street, Lagos. Correspondent Muhammad Abdul Qadir reports.
The Deputy Director of Public Relations, Department of State Services, said such warrant was obtained to gain entry into an apartment in Lagos that has no banner or signpost of any company nor political party.
Discoveries were made. A temporary voter's card was found. A permanent voter's card was found. That one of the hard drives recovered from the building contained a video of 21 hacking tutorials. It also explicitly explained how to evade security of databases, such as intrusion detection system, IDS.
The Department of State Security Service has shown on this board that the said party acted contrary to the provision of its constitution on membership, precisely on Article 9(1), which expressly states that membership of the party shall be open to any citizen of Nigeria who has attained age 18 and accepts the aims and objectives of the party.
It was also discovered that the APC registered underage persons, including several infants, babies, as members of their party.
On the allegation that the said political party registered serving military and paramilitary personnel,
security personnel, to be registered in any political party. Because, of course, you're being seen as non-partisan can no longer hold.
the Department of State Services disclosed that investigations are ongoing, just as the arrested suspects are facing trials. In Abuja, Muhammad Abdul Qadir, NTA News.
We take you to Niger State, where the PDP campaign team there has been urged to ensure the success of the party candidates in next month's general elections. The state governor, Dr. Mu'azu Babangida Aliyu, gave the advice while inaugurating the team in Mina. Dauda Muhammad has the details.
The PDP gubernatorial campaign team is saddled with the task of penetrating into the nooks and crannies of the state to ensure success of all candidates from the president down to the House of Assembly members of the party. Niger State Governor Dr. Mu'azu Babangida Aliyu urged them to evolve a strategy that will ensure the party's success in the general elections. Dr. Babangida Aliyu said the developmental achievements of the PDP are evident at the state and federal levels.
The day of the voting, the reality will dawn on people, and you will see the result. PDP going to win this election. Whatever it is, yes, we concede that a lot of emotional things, people are asking for this and that. Whatever people are asking in Niger State, we have done. If it is change they are looking for, we have gone now to the youth and we have given them a chance.
The campaign organization has Aminu Yusuf as its Director General. Colonel Aminu Isa Kontogura is to serve as the Chairman, Elders Advisory Council. Isa Sidi Rijau, Administrative Secretary, while Mohammed Babangida is the Director of Finance, amongst us. In Mina, Dauda Mohammed, NTA News.
Still talking politics, the Labour Party is set to field 15 governorship candidates in the February 2015 elections. The chairman of the party, Alhaji Abdul Qadir Abdul Salam, said this during a chat with NTA News on preparations for the elections. Kemi Fakeye has the details.
The governorship candidates are for Oyo, Kwara, Ebonyi, Delta, Cross Rivers, Akwa Ibom, Boshi, Taraba, Rivers, Gombe, Plateau States, among others. Names of candidates have also been submitted to INEC for national and state houses of assembly elections. Alhaji Abdusalam said the National Working Committee of the party has met towards making a concrete decision on the issue of presidential candidates.
The committee is still studying those programs so that we know which of them will suit our expectations. those of them that will suit our manifestos, and those of them who have the interest of Nigerians at heart.
Alhaji Abdul Salam said the party is poised to win at least 15 governorship seats and as many as possible national and state assembly seats in the February election. He appealed to politicians to ensure the usage of civil languages during their campaigns to ensure peace in the polity.
We should be preaching peace, unity, progress, and understanding of each other, but not to preach violence. It shouldn't be do or die affairs. It should be winner congratulate loser, loser congratulate winner. That's the Nigeria we want.
The Labour Party national chairman also urged security operatives and INEC to protect the interests of all Nigerians in the conduct of the election. In Abuja, Kemi Fakeye, NTA News.
In the meantime, politicians have been advised to shun violence and embrace peace. Oba Adedapo Tejuosho gave the advice at the presentation of a publication entitled Handling Victory or Defeat in Elections. Tunde Saiki reports.
The publication Handling Victory or Defeat in Elections by Oba Adedapo Tejuosho is a prelude to the general elections. It gave an insight into how politicians can handle victory and defeat while maintaining credibility. The writer said, as a traditional ruler, the publication is aimed at sensitizing the people on the transient nature of elections, which must not necessarily resort to crime and litigations.
God has directed us to give the world a message that he hates bloodshed. And as such, this is coming up just before the elections in Nigeria, so as to warn everybody.
While dedicating the publication, a clergyman, Emmanuel Ehimika, described the write-up as a masterpiece at this critical period of the nation.
With this book coming out, there is somebody somewhere that will read this book. I think women should read them, because when these men do evil, when husbands do this evil, it's the wife and the children that suffer at the end of the day.
With such book in the kitty of everyone, it is hoped that politicians the world over can now play their game without any grudge. In Lagos, Tunde Saiki, NTA News.
The meeting between the Nigerian Television Authority (NTA) and all the registered political parties was a forum that brought to the fore the significant role of the Nigerian Television Authority in promoting democracy and professional reportage. Correspondent Abdullahi Garba Birnunkudu reviews the meeting and its place as the nation enters another electioneering period.
Have had some major development.
Already, Mr. President, the Vice
Nigerian Television Authority (NTA) staff doing what they know best in terms of professional coverage of all political activities. In addition to this, NTA carry all the registered political parties along in its activities. The meeting between NTA representatives of the parties attests to that camaraderie.
It has brought two sides of the coin to come and meet, and it has actually opened more process to what is available to the political party when it comes to the NTA platform.
And not many parties will be able to afford the airtime, even for 1 minute, if it is commercialized, to let people have their views. But here is NTA making this available to political parties. We cannot be more grateful.
This is what other media stations should copy, bringing all political parties together, not just that, but creating a forum for the world, for Nigerians to hear all other political parties.
As the way they'll be speaking, the IPAC chairman will be speaking, the secretary will be speaking, look at the way they came out. Reach out to them, let them talk to the people. Let people know, yes, there are other political parties about, but give us the time, have the will to work with us. And I promise, if we come on board and you work with us, Nigeria will be for the better.
For the NTA management, it will always remain professional in its coverage of political activities.
That is why, and to keep you abreast of our political broadcast handbook, that's our agenda, as we have advertised. And as I said earlier, we treat every party equally, because that is what the law says, and we are complying with the law. We accommodate all the parties on our programs.
The good thing about this meeting is that both NTA management and the political parties have agreed to carry the message of the meeting down the ladder, where NTA station at state level and the political parties will continue to meet regularly to promote this mutual cooperation. In Abuja, Abdullahi Garba Brunokudu, NTA News.
And as the 2015 general elections approach, Catholic bishops in Benue State have advised politicians on the need for a peaceful process. This was at a prayer pilgrimage of peace at St. John's Catholic Church, Boko, with all candidates of political parties in attendance. Achigili Magaji has the details.
For some time now, there is concern by members of the public on how the conduct of the 2015 general elections will be. This is because such processes in the past had witnessed some level of violence. It is for this concern that the 4 Catholic bishops in the state have organized the peace prayer pilgrimage to seek God's face in the affairs of the state. In a sermon, Bishop Wilfred Anagbe of Makurdi Diocese appealed to everyone to allow Christ rule in their affairs, since he is the Prince of Peace.
To live at peace with one another would mean promoting and establishing the structures of justice.
In his remarks, Governor Gabriel Susom restated his commitment to the peace and unity of the state, which he says has been demonstrated in the various efforts with Benin neighbors.
The bishop wants us to talk, and by talking, bring peace to Benin. For me, no antecedents as far as the issue of peace and security is concerned.
The Tortiv Dr. Alfred Akari Tukwa, the Senate Minority Leader George Akume, and other party candidates took turn to express commitment to a peaceful process, without which they say they cannot succeed in getting to the various positions they aspire. Prayers were offered for the sustenance of peace in the state and for the country to get over its security challenges. Inku Achigili Magaji, NTA News.
The National Orientation Agency has called on Nigerians to be patriotic and truthful when addressing national issues. The Director General of the agency, Michael Mary, made the call in a statement signed by the Assistant Director Press of the agency, Paul Odenyi. Mr. Omeri also charged youth to reject the temptation to be swayed by inciting statements and half-truths that have no historic basis or progressive intention. He emphasized the need for all Nigerians to foster unity and development of Nigeria. In continuation of our coverage of the distribution of the permanent voters card nationwide, reports from Kano indicate that the distribution and collection of permanent voters card in Kano is going on at the INEC offices of the 44 local government areas there. Correspondent Sani Basiru reports that eligible voters are still visiting the offices to obtain their cards.
The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, had slated 7 to 9 November 2014 as a period for the issuance and distribution of permanent voter cards in Kano State. The late commencement of the exercise from day 1 compelled the Commission to extend the period by 1 day to enable all eligible voters collect their cards. Similarly, the Commission had slated 12 to 17 November 2014 for continuous voter registration with a view to enable eligible voters who were not captured in the 2010 voter registration and other related problems to register. Following a series of complaints from the public, the Commission extended the period to 19 November 2014 to ensure all eligible voters are captured.
Provision and distribution of permanent voter cards is the responsibility of Independent National Electoral Commission. Here in Kano, the distribution exercise at various local government INEC offices is recording success.
All the remaining cards were deposited into our respective local government INEC offices for people to go there and collect. So since then, the distribution continued at the local government level. And I can attest to the fact that as at 31st of December 2014, we have distributed no less than 90% of the cards we received.
Kano State Resident Electoral Commissioner Mikaela Abdullahi assured that all registered voters who received their cards before the commencement of the 2015 general elections, which informed the decision to extend the collection of the cards at the INEC offices in local government areas. From Kano, Sani Basiru, NT.
Still on the distribution of the permanent voters card, correspondent Ahmed Omar Kudan, who visited some of the distribution centers in Kaduna State, reports that many people are yet to collect their cards due to some challenges.
Following the expiration of the 3 days for the distribution of permanent voters' cards in about 5,100 polling units in Kaduna State in December last year, the Independent National Electoral Commission has directed those that have not collected their own to do so in their respective local government areas. A visit to INEC office in Kaduna North local government area revealed that many people are stranded as the place was under lock and key.
I was here last week and I was asked to come back on Monday, and I left here after 2 and the card was not given to me.
Now a few told to take to the election. What do I thought? Now nobody have card. Nobody have.
While in Kaduna South and Chikun local government areas, the exercise is going on with some challenges, making some people to express worry over the situation.
My name has already been wiped away from the system.
Instead of doing it word by word, it is not done that way. They are doing it randomly, which is not correct.
They called on INEC to take some measures to address the situation.
The federal government should look into this problem. You can imagine, all people are here, people that are supposed to be in their place of work. They abandon their work, they abandon their activities because of this voters card.
INEC Administrative Secretary Kaduna State Nafi'u Yusuf Hadeja has solicited people's support for the success of the exercise.
So there's no reason for people to panic. They go to our local government offices, be in order, enter by uniform queue on orderly manner. It's a matter of a minute or two. You collect your card and leave.
Looking at what is going on in the 3 distribution centers we visited, if nothing is done, many people will not get their permanent voters cards before election period. In Kaduna, Ahmed Umar Kudan, NTA News.
In other news, the President's Cup, a teenage football competition, has been flagged off for development of football at the grassroots as President Jonathan unveiled the cup in Abuja. Shegun Lawole has the details.
The unveiling of the President's Cup marks the commencement of the football competition for teenagers across the country. Among other objectives, the President's Cup is to capture teenage football talents for the senior categories. President Jonathan expressed appreciation to Nigeria's ex-internationals for their role in bringing glory to the country during their time and their unrelenting commitment to drive soccer in Nigeria.
One thing that all Nigerians know that brought unity to this country is the game of soccer. Whenever you are playing, those of us who watch, you don't know the difference between a Muslim or a Christian. We don't know the difference between a Northerner and a Southerner or Easterner and a Westerner. We all see ourselves as Nigerians, and that is the spirit. You've done very well for this country. Believe the younger ones will emulate you and also do what you have done.
Sports Minister Tamuno Danagugu led members of the organizing committee of the President's Cup, football stakeholders and goodwill ambassadors to decorate the President as the grand patron of the President's Cup. It is in appreciation of the President's unequaled support for football in Nigeria.
You will recall that one of the cardinal highlights of our roadmap for the transformation of our sports is grassroots sports development. And some of the strategies for achieving grassroots sports development are the National School Sports Festival, the President's Cup, and so on and so forth.
In the State House, Shegun Lawole, NTA News.
Now, right from childhood, personal and environmental hygiene are instilled in citizens, yet some grow up paying little or no attention to personal hygiene and living in filthy environments, resulting in illnesses and public health concerns. Stay with us after this break for what key players are advocating as a solution.
Tangling discords of our nation into a beautiful symphony of brotherhood.
Change is never easy. It was not easy for Dr. Martin Luther King when Prime Minister Lee Kuan Yew transformed Singapore from third world to first world. It was not easy. They stoned him. It was not easy for Nelson Mandela.
I, Barack Hussein Obama.
It was not easy for Barack Obama. Nothing worthwhile ever is. Dr. Martin Luther King did it. Prime Minister Lee Kuan Yew did it. Nelson Mandela did it. Barack Obama did it. Goodluck Jonathan is doing it. He is transforming Nigeria. Mr. President, keep doing it. We who are with you are so many more than those who are against you. A message from protectors of Nigerian posterity.
Sometimes life can be very boring. But in the MTN season of surprises, you get a special smartphone plan that gives you a whopping 4.5 gigabytes at only 2,500 naira, so you can browse more, chat more, tweet more, and upload those unforgettable moments of the season. Text 120 to 131 now to activate your smartphone bundle or dial *123# for more options.
MTN, everywhere you go.
Due to sound economic policies, focused and determined leadership, Nigeria has in just 4 years risen to become the largest economy in Africa. Airports have been overhauled and are rapidly being remodeled to global standards. Our railways too have been revived after more than 3 decades of neglect. As a result of well-articulated agricultural policies, rice production has improved more than any other time in Nigeria's history, just as food importation has dropped considerably. The education sector has been reformed. The industrial sector is being revived and has begun to show signs of promise as a means of boosting our economic strength. How can a leader some say is clueless achieve all these and more in just 4 years? Nigeria, the facts are there before you. Think Nigeria, vote Goodluck. This message is brought to you by Wind of Hope.
Going up? Of course you are. And why not? With Glow Broadband built on Africa's largest wholly owned metro fiber network, the sky is, well, it is rather unlimited. Up is upbeat, seamlessly. Up is quick and easy access to all your favorite apps and entertainment. And there is no downside on a network committed to upping your fun and productivity. Get quick on the uptake, my friend, and upset the odds in your favor. Because on Glow, up isn't an upgrade. It is the upgrade. Going up?
Stay ahead. Upgrade to Glow Mobile Broadband. High-speed internet for everyone. Get 2.5 gigabytes for only 2,000 naira and a whopping 12 gigabytes for just 5,000 naira.
On behalf of the government and TNU supporters of APC in Sokoto State, the Executive Governor of Sokoto State, His Excellency Dr. Aliyu Magatakar Dawamako Sarkin Yaman Sokoto, and the Acting State Chairman of the APC, Usman Suleiman Damadami Isa, invite all APC supporters to the flag off campaign for the 2015 general election Sokoto State, to be performed by the National Chairman of the APC, His Excellency Chief John Oyegun, special guest, Governor Babatunde Fashola of Lagos State, and Abdul Fattah Ahmad, Governor of Kwara State. Date 11 January 2015. Venue Sokoto State Permanent Trade Fair Complex. Time 1 p.m. Your Excellencies, welcome to Sokoto, the seat of the Caliphate. Muhammad Megari Denjadi Katukan Sokoto, Director General, 2015 APC Campaign Committee. Our
good people of Nigeria, the general elections are here.
Nigeria's democracy must be advanced.
Nigeria's democracy is still very much alive.
Another opportunity has come for us to elect leaders of our choice into various elective offices.
As INEC is set to conduct the Presidential and National Assembly elections on Saturday, February 14, 2015.
And the governorship and state houses of assembly elections on Saturday, February 28, 2015.
Perform your civic duties. Come out.
Visit the polling units and cast your vote on the days of the elections.
Show that you are a true citizen of Nigeria.
Be patriotic.
This message is from INEC.
INEC, making your votes count. Consolidating our democracy.
My father has always taught me the importance of hard work. He says with Shell's help, he has been given the chance he needs. And that gives me the chance I need.
Shell supports local businesses and entrepreneurs, helping them to thrive and expand. Shell, let's go.
One nation under God. We are a strong force. You cannot separate us. It's the time to make it right. I am proudly Nigerian. I vote good Lord Jonathan. We are proudly Nigerian, and we proudly take a stand. Let me hear you sing. Stand for equality. Stand for unity. You got my vote, Jonathan. You got our vote, Jonathan. Mother and father and brother and sister too. Hey. Oh, good Lord. Jonathan. Oh, yeah.
A message from House to House campaign and support.
Thank you for being there. Nigeria must rise above her challenges and compete favorably in the 21st century, especially as a preferred industrial hub for Africa. This is the standpoint of discussants on NTA's Current Affairs program, Tuesday Live, as they stressed non-compromise in building a country where peace and development thrive. Talatu Ezirike tells us more.
Discussants say Egypt, Nigeria and South Africa are countries that are expected to set the pace of development in the continent, and that Nigeria is more at advantage position in the industrialization of Africa. These, they say, can be fully materialized through serious commitment to technological drive to create jobs and wealth, paying adequate attention to human capital and infrastructural development as well as security. The present government, they noted, is working in the right direction that must be consolidated in 2015 with the elections.
We need to choose people peacefully, we need to follow them peacefully, and we need to also help them so that they can be able to unleash the opportunities we have so that we can take them.
Those who are the custodian of spiritual transformation, to calm their followers down, rather than incite followers to vote for someone based on their religion. You vote for the unity of this nation. You vote for competence.
All the speakers raised the need to stop overheating the polity.
The people must rise up to sanction such leaders. When people come and say they will form parallel government, what do they mean?
All care must be taken. We are going to witness an election that will be defined by the core values of oneness and unity, on the basis that whatever result that the election produces represents the will of the people.
The discussion was on moving Nigeria forward in peace and tranquility. In Abuja, Talatu Ezirike, NTA News.
And in view of the current global economic realities, which seem to have negative economic consequences for Nigeria's economic growth, analysts have continued to suggest divergent sources to strengthen the economy. This was on NTA's program, Good Morning Nigeria, which provided a platform on how to manage the current economic realities for the good of the nation. Saliu Abdullahi has the details.
The analysts and experts have agreed that the current economic situation in Nigeria requires a total review of the nation's financial sources through an improved mechanism in line with contemporary challenges, which is affecting many sectors.
going forward is there must be an alternative economic concept strategy that will involve every single person, no matter whether you are from one political divide or the other. Everybody must sit down and have that conference, just like what they had earlier, the constitutional conference.
We also need to step back and tell ourselves the bitter truth. What kind of constitution are we running? We have a constitution that is dictating to Mr. President that the president must, as a matter of policy, appoint at least one person as minister from each of the 36 states of the Federation.
Creating an enabling environment for alternative economic conception by all tiers of government, adopting more strategies, as well as review of the tax payment modalities they agreed, will increase demand, which is already weak.
Taxes are a multifunctional tool for policy and economic governance. The purpose of taxes purposes are also to stimulate the economy, to enable people to keep more money in their hands so that A, they can consume and push demand, B, they can invest, okay? And these are the things that help to grow the economy.
Nobody is asking anybody, any taxpayer, to pay more than what you should pay. The tax man is just an agent to execute what the law says.
They also agreed that efficient and effective management of the nation's resources will help reduce leakages in the nation's treasury, which they attributed has a significant impact on the current economic realities. In Abuja, Salihu Abdullahi, NTA News.
Turning to the transport sector now, the federal government's commitment to total transformation of the railway sector for economic growth and social well-being of the people is becoming a success in Kaduna, bringing back the lost glory as well as taking rail transport to the next level. Correspondent Ibrahim Bello Gunda captures the inter- and intra-city services and reports that Nigerians are happy with the development.
Countries around the world depend on rail transport system to convey people and goods at affordable rates, which explains federal government's drive to boost its rail transport system. The rail transportation system in Nigeria was neglected over the years by successive administrations. In Kaduna State, the state intervened in intra-city train transportation, conveying people and goods with high patronage. This intra-city service was supported by the federal government with the recent introduction of modern diesel multiple unit train.
It's different from the other one, because this one is new one. It's different with the other train.
Sincerely, seeing this gives me a lot of joy, and it tells us that the transformation agenda has truly worked. We are seeing the full benefit of it, because riding in this now tells you that you can compete anywhere in the world.
The rehabilitation of rail lines across the country and the introduction of modern coaches gave a new lease of life.
Going from Kaduna to Lagos, and I believe it's very good. It's one of the best mobility you can use.
You meet with people, make friends. That's the good part of it.
When I came in, I was amazed with the kind of facility I see in it, and it's safer in terms of money, as in for the less privileged and thereabout, and the opportunity reaching, it's pure.
It's safer more than anything. I like it and my mind will be rest.
The railway station provides opportunity for traders to get some income for their sustenance. All effort to get the management of Nigerian Railway Corporation was not successful. For interstate service, the train leaves Lagos to Kano through Kaduna twice a week, while the interstate service is daily. In Kaduna, Ibrahim Bello Gunda, NTA News.
And Amechi Pius in Lagos reports that more Nigerians are taking advantage of the services offered by the Nigerian Railway Corporation in the last 2 years, following a conscious effort by the present administration to revamp the sector. Let's get the details from Amechi.
Nigeria's railway system is one of the key sectors of the economy that have suffered years of neglect and infrastructural decay. Realizing the economic potential of the corporation, government made conscious efforts at revamping the Nigerian Railway Corporation. A visit to the Lagos office of the corporation revealed that there's been remarkable improvement and the provision of facilities at the Nigerian Railway Corporation. For instance, the Lagos Mass Transit train runs about 18 trips per day and carry about 22,000 passengers on a daily basis.
We have our Lagos-Ilorin train service, which goes between Lagos and Ilorin twice a week. That is also very well patronized. Furthermore, we also have our Lagos-Kano train service, which runs between Lagos and Kano to Lagos twice a week.
These trains have been running for about 2 years and are very popular as demand for the services have been quite impressive.
There's a maintenance culture, and when you talk about the rail system, it is not dilapidated like olden days whereby some of them are rusty and so on.
It reduces the traffic and the stress of carrying the load. We have corporate customers here, and we have the market women customers.
The corporation also offers freight services.
Flour mills are a big customer. I must say we are not able to meet up to their demands. Lafarge Cement, we are also moving for them. So, and when we complete the Eastern Light Track, we are to get to Ashaka. Those are already above. We'll be meeting with them. Our operation people are meeting with them.
As government strives to address the various infrastructural challenges of the corporation, it is also exploring areas of partnership with the private sector to improve on the nation's railway system, considered to be capital intensive. Being held up in traffic like this is always a frustrating experience for car owners and their passengers. But you never get to experience this when you travel by train. And this explains why some Nigerians prefer to travel by train, because it saves time. From Lagos, Amechi Pius, NTA News.
Thank you very much, Amechi. In another development, the Federal Airports Authority of Nigeria is calling on all intending air travelers to visit the Aviation Passenger Service portal as a first step in planning their journeys, especially Harmattan season. In a statement, the General Manager, Corporate Affairs, Federal Airports Authority, Yakubu Detti, says this is because passengers will be experiencing flight delays and cancellations due to bad weather. The APS portal, launched last year by Aviation Minister Osita Chidoka, is designed as a one-stop platform where the flying public can access real-time information about airlines operations and services at any of the airports in Nigeria. Now, let's turn to some education news. Efforts to ensure safe environment for teaching and learning through the federal government Save the Children has received a boost with an international non-governmental organization visiting the country. The organization visited the Nigerian Television Authority for partnership to enable more children have access to education in the country. Abdullahi Musa Suleja has the details.
Of the children in Nigeria, a large percentage are from the northern part, with the girl child worst affected. The country representative of the foreign agency Save the Children, Ben Foot, during a visit to NTA, said his effort cannot be realized without the media, hence the partnership drive with the African Television Network. He said the organization is concerned about the education, health and nutrition of children in the schools.
A belief in Nigeria's children, able to advocate on behalf of children. And to be able to advocate, you have to have the media on your side. And we're very keen to make a partnership with NTA in trying to assist us in that process of advocating for children in Nigeria.
While reaffirming the commitment of the NTA to promote the education of Nigerian children, the Director General of NTA, Mr. Shola Omole, represented by the Executive Director of Special Duties, Mr. Joseph Etuk, said the NTA is open to the well-being of the children.
I would like to urge you to expand your services, not only to northern Nigeria, but to the entire country and beyond, because this problem of nutrition, which you are advocating, problem of education, is what is affecting every part of this country. So on our part, we assure you that we will support you, we support the group in everything you want us to do to the services you are rendering to ensure that we achieve success.
In Abuja, Abdullahi Musa Suleja, NTA News.
Following the increase in cases of illnesses emanating from poor hygiene and lack of awareness on the basics of public health, Key players are advocating more partnership between environmental health officers and local government authorities. This was the view by many as Mia Ogidi takes a look at the role of environmental health officers in protecting the environment.
It is the wish of everyone to live in an environment like this one, well marked out pedestrian lanes and the best of horticulture. Though not everyone has the privilege to live in this kind of environment, but even in your own environment, whether it is good or bad, you can maintain some level of environmental sanitation to ensure that you prevent some illnesses that emanate from poor sanitation. Living even in a hut or chaos is not a cogent reason for one to keep his surrounding filthy, as the diseases emanating from such environment is not a respecter of anyone. For instance, this is a village within the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, and this woman is operating a makeshift restaurant in this environment. They, however, gave various reasons for their inability to keep the environment clean.
So I don't think it's our duty to rent the shop and still make this place comfortable.
We have people living I don't care attitude. We need an environmental people to come and give us health tips that we are going to live.
In order to address the public health issues in the country, the federal government of Nigeria in 2004 set up the Environmental Health Officers Registration Council in the country. But 11 years after, what efforts have they made to improve on the public health sector in the country?
It is the states and local government that employ most of them. 80–60% of our people work in the local government. So now, most of the local government are not employing them. In the waste that we generate, who takes it, where is it taken, how is it finally disposed? Nobody is recycling them. Nobody is recalling them.
It is quite obvious that there is still much to be done in the area of public enlightenment and enforcement of environmental laws, especially in the local areas. In Abuja, Mia Ogidi, NTA News.
As the industrial action embarked upon by the Joint Health Sector Union, JOHESU, drags on, Nigerians are hopeful that the issues that led to the strike would be amicably resolved between the federal government and the union. Health correspondent Rabi Abdullah, who visited some hospitals within the Federal Capital Territory, reports that the situation is taking its toll on the populace.
Findings at most of the hospitals visited show what could be described as near-complete shutdown. From empty hospital beds to unmanned microscopes to the few patients yearning for the traditional nursing care, the story is the same. This woman depicts how the strike is taking its toll on the populace. What is wrong with you?
I'm sick.
You are sick, and you've come to the hospital here. Have you been attended to?
No.
Why? What did they say?
Since morning. They said that
sorry,
so far.
The reality is that right now the public health systems don't have the full complement of health workers, talking about the pharmacists, the nurses, medical lab scientists, and others. And for members of the public who can afford services at the private hospitals, it is very, very expensive. And the question is, for those who cannot afford, what is their fate? The situation at the National Hospital is, however, a bit different, as doctors and interns were seen trying to fill the vacuum.
We had very critical cases, but the one that are not that critical, we just, doctor will see them, prescribe drugs, and they become outpatients and they go back home. Even at the trauma center now, we see our patients at the trauma center, and doctors are seeing them from time to time.
In the course of gathering materials for this report, we stumbled on this young man here who had been bedridden for almost 2 months now. He said he was brought here unconscious, having been involved in an auto crash. But the thing here is that none of his family members are aware of his stay here.
My people, they don't know where I did now. I want me to know where I did.
Where is your family?
Adamawa State. Mubi.
I'm here to take my injection because the nurses are not around. I could not take it. So please, the government should help us to resume the nurses for the sake of our children and ourselves.
The JOHESU strike is in its second month. Some of the demands by its members, who constitute over 70% of the health workforce, include the call for the federal government to implement agreements earlier reached on welfare and conditions of service for its members. In Abuja, Rabi Abdullah, NTA News.
In the meantime, the Supervising Minister of Labour and Productivity, Kabiru Tanimu Turaki, says the Accountants General and Commissioners of Finance of various states have agreed to reconcile figures that will be deducted from the Federation account and given to respective judicial arms of the states. He said this when he met with the leadership of the Judiciary Staff Union of Nigeria on the ongoing industrial action embarked upon by the union in Abuja. Ifeanyi Ezumba has the details.
The issue of concern to the members of the Judiciary Staff Union of Nigeria, JUSUN, is that the judiciary be removed from the muzzles of the executive arm of government and allowed to operate independently. The supervising minister stressed that further consultations will be made with JUSUN on the government side so that when next they meet, issues would have been properly put in clear perspective.
We are going to reconvene hopefully by the 17th of this month. And we hope that by the 17th of this month, when we reconvene again, that all issues that have not been identified and isolated will have been sorted out once and for all. And so I still want to appeal to members of the public to bear with us.
The president, JUSUN, Mawa Mustafa Adama, admitted that progress have been made, but that the strike continues until their demand is met.
People who breached the MOU have accepted that they made a mistake and they are about to rectify that mistake, and we are waiting for them to see if they rectify the mistakes. Then JUSUN will meet its neck and take decisions on the issue.
Another meeting is slated for next week. In Abuja, Ifeanyi Ezumba, NT News.
Still to come, a bit on business as the year 2015 gradually unfolds. Join us again.
Do better. Make we talk. Oh yes. Good luck, Jonathan. Not so good work. Good work for road. Good work for airport. Good work for education. Good work for health. Oh. Good luck, Jonathan. Not so good work. For agriculture. Good work. Transportation. Good work. For economy. Good luck, Jonathan. Not so good work.
Nigeria done the better under President Goodluck Jonathan, but the work never finish. Oh, come join President Goodluck Jonathan and PDP for the carry go of the Goodluck Jonathan campaign. We go share them for Thursday, January 8, 2015 for Tafawa Balewa Square, Lagos from 11 a.m. PDP power!
Wherever you find football, you'll find Glow. The greatest support in Africa.
My father has always taught me the importance of hard work. He says with Shell's help, he has been given the chance he needs. And that gives me the chance I need.
Shell supports local businesses and entrepreneurs, helping them to thrive and expand. Shell, let's go.
Shop on the go Download the Konga mobile app today and get 2,000 Naira cashback on your first purchase. Available on Android and iOS.
Konga.com. When person do better, make we talk. Oh yes.
Good luck, Jonathan. Not so good work.
Good work for road. Good work for airport. Good work for education. Good work for health. Oh.
Good luck, Jonathan. Not so good work.
For agriculture.
Good work.
Transportation.
Good work.
For economy.
Good luck, Jonathan. Not so good work.
Nigeria done the better under President Goodluck Jonathan, but the work never finish. Oh, come join President Goodluck Jonathan and PDP for the carry go of the Goodluck campaign. We go share them for Thursday, January 8, 2015 for Tafawa Balewa Square, Lagos from 11 a.m. PDP power!
Expert opinion on how to manage the nation's foreign loans to build infrastructure. Details of trading on the floor of the Nigerian Stock Exchange. Let's join Amechi Pius in our business news segment for details.
Thanks for joining us in this segment of the news. In 2005, Nigeria freed itself from the shackles of foreign debt of about $35 billion. But as the country once again finds herself in the middle of revenue shortfalls, economic experts say a sizable foreign loan, if properly managed, can create the kind of infrastructure Nigeria needs to break even. Abdullahi Mohammed reports.
The idea of a foreign loan remains dreadful in the minds of ordinary Nigerians because it is still seen as another form of economic slavery.
Borrowing will, in turn, lead us to our currency devaluation.
They may end up not making use of the money we borrowed.
They may object to the idea of a foreign loan, but economic experts say this is the right time for Nigeria to access foreign loan.
The government today has capacity to borrow because our foreign debt is very low. If we borrow and ring-fence that borrowing, and the borrowing goes into infrastructure development within the local economy, we're going to catalyze economic growth that will compensate for the drop in crude price.
Though some people argue that the previous foreign loans accessed by the country has not been judiciously managed, experts say there is another efficient way which can prove the pessimist wrong. Nigeria's foreign debt today stands at $9.38 billion. In Lagos, Abdullah Mohammed, NT News.
The administration of Ibrahim Hassan Dankwambo of Gombe State came under scrutiny when committees of experts in various fields carried out a critical assessment in the last 3.5 years. Usman Aliu has the details.
The atmosphere was calm. The event was serious, talking about assessment of the performance of Dankwambo administration from the day it was born, May 29, 2011. 12 committees made up of professionals examined the development projects in social and economic sectors.
And what we have seen today is evidence-based scorecard.
We have seen, we have gone beyond what we have also said in the health sector.
So if there's anything that propels us to look for our state is to ensure justice.
It is confirmed that women and children have been taken care of.
We are very proud of you.
Governor Dankwambo said the vision was for good citizens of Gombe State aspiring for overall development. To him, the target, the achievements and the support by people of the state should be a new platform in Gombe political landscape.
Let us put Gombe State first and see what we can do with Gombe in the next 4 years.
The day, though fully engaged from dusk to dawn, is a history in Gombe and indeed Nigeria that a leader can stand out openly and say, look at what we did for observation and criticism in Gombe. Usman Aliu, NTA News.
Former Deputy Speaker, House of Representatives, Prince Chibudom Muche, has been conferred with a chieftaincy title of Esema of Ekweye Lobo Council of Traditional Rulers in Rivers State. The Eze Ekweye Lobo Robinson Okpara Robinson says the title is a reward of his sterling leadership qualities and commitment to the Ekweye Kingdom and Nigeria in general. Ikechukwu Ndukwe has the details.
Ekpeland is the third largest ethnic nationality in River State, rich in oil and gas, and known for its rich cultural heritage, with 2 local government areas. The Council of Chiefs meeting had in attendance the Ezigbo, Ezemene, and title chiefs led by His Royal Majesty Eze Robinson O. Robinson to discuss ways to solve problems facing Ekpe people and to consolidate peace in the land. Eze Robinson O. Robinson, while conferring the Esama title on Chief Nwuche, called on Ekpe people to desist from kidnapping, political thuggery, and armed robbery. He described Nwuche as a man of integrity and lover of his people.
I thank especially the Almighty God for granting this day. Before we gathered here, he has ordained it in heaven, and that he has to use somebody. And he has used our son, the Sema of Ekpela.
His acceptance speech, High Chief Chibudom Nwuche thanked the traditional rulers for trusting him with the Esama title and called on the government to give Ekpe people due political recognition, having contributed immensely to the nation's gross domestic product.
Ekpe Lobo is the moon for Ekpe Kingdom. I'm happy with it. I think I will do my best to justify the confidence reposed in me.
Leadership is a gift from God. No matter how much money one has or how much education one acquires, it cannot be secured with force except by the divine grace of God.
The people also resolved to support the re-election bid of President Goodluck Jonathan in Ahoda East local government area. Ikechukundukwe, NTA News.
You're still watching NTA News Extra. We have more reports after these messages. Join us again.
Nation building is a task of extreme importance. The implementation of the policies and the attainment of the set goals are a function of governance. On our weekly show, The Weekend File, we examine the process of achieving these goals in a transformation era. It's all about development. It's all about news, views, and analysis. It's Weekend File, your weekend companion, showing live 9 p.m. Saturdays on NTA Network Service. It's unmissable.
Happy New Year 2015. Visualize it, believe it. Former wrote Goodluck Jonathan and Namadi Sambo for President and Vice President 2015. Vote PDP. Transformation Ambassadors of Nigeria, supporting PDP for Goodluck and Sambo 2015.
Johnny S5.5, the slimmest in the world. Johnny, to be needed, to be loved.
A man of humble beginnings, one who has risen to become the president of Nigeria, one who's inspired to relate with the plight of the less privileged. He has been able to change what seemed a bleak future for northern children deprived of education by the establishment of a elementary schools in the northern states, with over 250 others to be built in various parts of the country. The unprecedented action of President Goodluck Jonathan in tackling this issue is praised by respected and notable personalities of northern Nigeria.
Babu shakka Najeriya ta yi sa'a ƙwarai ainihin da samun mutuwar kirki irinsa da tijo wanda abin duniya bai zai masu fito ba.
The vision of the present administration to elevate these almajiris from roaming the streets to becoming great people in various sectors of the Nigerian economy is geared at securing our collective future.
Experience Kasna.
Home of a vibrant history, a culture of pride and peace. Centuries of tradition have built a solid foundation.
Invest in Kasina.
The future is here. Opportunity is everywhere. Nestled in northwest Nigeria, it's the home of untapped resources, solar and wind energy, and solid minerals. From the fertile land and the seeds of potential, grow cotton, corn, rice, and livestock. Katsina is the breadbasket for Nigeria and the region, home to the most important resource of all, our people.
Explore Katsina's potentials. Come invest in Katsina.
Sweet, 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 sweet.
Bua Premium Quality Granulated Sugar. So sweet and delicious. It will make you even more
sweet, 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 sweet.
Bua finest quality vitamin A enriched sugar, manufactured to the highest global standards, just for your enjoyment. Bua Sugar, how sweet it is.
Nigeria, we the people decree that the power of evil secrecy shall fail.
All Nigerians should understand that a divided Nigeria can only mean catastrophic consequences for the entire black race.
We all African countries count on you, and you are our beacon of hope.
That when Nigeria sneezes, all of us will catch cold.
All of us who look to Nigeria for lessons and inspiration never cease to thank God for this wonderful gift to Africa.
Nigeria enjoys the respect, the admiration, the friendship, and the hope of an entire continent.
The powerhouse of Africa.
Nigeria.
Unite and build Nigeria.
God bless Nigeria.
A message from protectors of Nigerian posterity.
Nigeria, Nigeria.
We take you to Jos now, where a weather expert says the cold temperature experienced in Plateau State will recede towards the middle of the month. Correspondent Ekemeren Ladoja reports that residents have to protect themselves against the extreme cold weather that hit the state in the beginning of the year.
Plateau State in the past few weeks has been experiencing extreme cold weathers, and has been reported that in the mornings the weather has dropped to as low as 10 degrees Celsius. In a telephone interview with the chief meteorologist of the Jos Airport, Mr. Chimieze Ihiekandu, he attributes the cold temperature to an increase to the northeasterly winds.
ITD, which is intertropical discontinuity, has gone down below 4.5 degrees south of the equator. And this is early morning cold. Maybe from 2 a.m. down to 6, 7 a.m. we'll be experiencing severe cold. Now, the trend, it will continue to a certain period, that is within 3rd week of January, and it tends to drop.
The prevailing weather has forced residents to remain indoors in early mornings or late hours. A visit round Jos Metropolis shows that people have resorted to wearing warm clothing to keep warm. Some residents speak about their experience, while traders take advantage of the season to make some sales.
I want to protect myself from maybe sicknesses, from the cold. I don't want to have a cold, and I don't want to have pneumonia.
Putting on a jacket like this, and I even came to see if I can get another one that is bigger than this.
I think 2 years back, the cold wasn't this much, compared to other times.
Head of Department Family Medicine at the Ola Hospital in Jos said although the harsh weather does cause disease, there is need for people to keep themselves warm.
Drinking warm fluids are also helpful because it warms the body up from the inside and then keeps the whole body temperature okay. Try to avoid using charcoal or kerosene stoves indoors because it's a major risk. Apart from causing breathing problems, it can also suffocate individuals or even cause house fires.
In Jos, Ekemeren Kaneng Ladoja, NTA News.
Time to take another break. We'll be right back.
Nigeria is a canvas of untold stories, human stories, stories about environment and account of events, stories that rarely grace the TV screen, fresh and engaging. What better way to tell those stories?
My paddling is failing me.
Who better tells those stories?
And when they move, their movement is total.
Rogo at Large. Unique, eye-opening and engaging. Rogo at Large airs first quarter 2015 on NTA Network.
Johnny M2, 28 days standby time. Johnny, to be needed, to be loved.
Change. Those who make history must first ruffle some feathers. Good luck, Abele Jonathan, championing the change we can see.
We are changing. Nigeria is changing.
On my watch, we have witnessed high national economic growth rates, steady improvements, and expansion of national infrastructure.
What God has joined, let no man separate. God loves Nigeria. Unite and continue with good luck. A message from protectors of Nigerian posterity.
Global Tidbits is next with Chimdima Ndubuisi.
The Ugandan government has announced that the captured top rebel commander of the Lord's Resistance Army, LAR, will be brought back home by the end of the week for trials on Ugandan soil. The senior commander surrendered to United States forces in Central African Republic. On the latest development in the Paris Magazine office attack that left 12 people dead earlier in the day, search is now on for 3 persons suspected to have carried out the attack. Thousands joined rallies across Europe against the attack that killed the magazine's editor-in-chief, 4 cartoonists, and others. Also, the United States President Barack Obama went further after joining world leaders in condemning the incident to offer assistance to the French government. And in the science world, the US scientists have recorded a breakthrough as a new method for growing bacteria yields 25 new antibiotics. That's Global Tidbits. Chimdima Ndubisi, NTA News.
And now sports with Amanzi Marcus.
Veteran Sports Administrator Bola